Oh, what's up, Dino Nugget? That's yeah. Let me give you. I need to give you a bond coin for. Dino Nugget. Good job figuring out how like Twitch channel points work. Honestly, it's a rare thing sometimes for people to figure out. What's up, Noise? Oh, there's Shifter. What's up, Shifter? It's getting hot here, honestly. Here, I'm gonna stop the music. Yeah, it's getting like really hot. Is it really hot in England? I know Europe I think was melting, but maybe England is just nice. Yeah, I miss you too, guys. I was what was it, Friday? No, yeah, Saturday morning. I had to wake up super early to DJ this. Oh, I do have a video of it. One sec, I'll find. I do have a video. You were asking if I have videos of me DJing. Where is it? You probably see it on my Instagram. I put it. No, one night. Dun 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 dun. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, okay. What's up, Don? Yeah, you think he's on Instagram? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a cool little gig. My buddy works at this boxing gym, which is like a lot of like famous people go there and whatnot. Like Jennifer Aniston and stuff. Like it's not cheap though. Like Jesus. I think like sessions are sometimes like $200 or something. But yeah, he works there, and so he said, oh, they want a DJ like once a month or something to like spice it up. I was like, oh well, I have a lot of equipment. Yeah, what's up, Ethan? Good to see you.
I'm doing fine. Good to see you too.
Nice, dude. Who's Jennifer Aniston? What? You don't know who Jennifer Aniston is? Oh, I gotta enlighten you. What, Jennifer Aniston? Well, maybe she's more like my generation of like movie star, I guess. Jennifer Aniston. She was in Office Space, actually. Yeah. She's mainly known for Friends. She's Rachel, I think, on Friends. Yeah, she's a pretty famous. I don't know any actor names. Well, apparently, was it the guy, Pee Wee Herman died today, unfortunately. You know who that is, I'm sure. Pee Wee Herman. This guy? You know, this guy is kind of like, I don't know, seems like British to me. Or Paul Rubens is his name? No, I don't know why he seems British to me. Is he British, actually? That's a good question. Never heard of him. Oh, he's American. Never mind. Okay. He's kind of like our Mr. Bean, you know? The equivalent, I think. It's too funny. But yeah, he had some good. Yeah, Pee Wee Herman is what he's known for. That was his big film thing. And I guess he was in like National Lampoon and stuff. He was a very funny guy. Wait, he was in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, excuse me? W, that's pretty cool. Wow, that's super dope. Minecraft 2. Oh, okay. So he did he did some voiceovers. That is always cool. You have these actors that end up doing these voiceovers for these video games. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Bored weather in England, he says. Well, let's see. What's the weather in the UK right now? Cool. I wonder where this is. But yeah, oh my god, dude, what? Like, excuse me? It just rained like all week. What is this? I never played Infinite Warfare, honestly. Yeah, I never did. I don't know. I'm looking at like the temperature gauge, and my closet's already at 82 degrees. I know it's about to hit 90. Oh man, 87 degrees. It needs to cool out. Oh god, Sunday's gonna be such a heater. No. Ugh. I'm going to a music festival on Sunday. I wish we would have this weather. I would love the 82. 89. Oh no. That's gonna be so bad. Ooh, daddy. Yeah, that's not gonna be. Better drink some water. Drink the water, guys. Yeah. Okay. What is that in Celsius? Sorry, we only measure our units in like Eagles per freedom cheeseburgers. Have you seen that meme? What is it? I think it's like Eagles per hamburger freedom units or something. I don't know. When someone uses kilometers per hour instead of eagles per burger. Bald eagles per cheeseburger. Yeah, that's always the joke they say. Yeah. Freedom units. It's hamburgers per bald eagle. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I wonder if there's actually something. Yeah. Or this is the other one, glazed donuts per bald eagle. Yeah. What's up, Teacup? Teacup's back. How was Disney, dude? How was it?
Yo.
How was 4 days in the happiest place on earth? I think that's what they call it, right?
Only
Donuts.
4 days.
It was only 4 days? What, 5? Are you back in whatever, Virginia land? Did you drive back up from Florida yet? What's up? Gotta boost your volume. Oh, I already have your volume like maxed out. Can't make your volume any louder. Teacup, always with the. We gotta get you a better headset, dude. I gotta get you a better headset, and I gotta get Ethan a better headset. I need to get both you guys better headsets. That's like my goal. Anyways, okay, cool. Here, let's start off the stream. Welcome everyone, Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold. This is Actual Education, the stream that helps you out with math homework, science homework, all types of fun stuff. Noise, I did check your Instagram, dude. I was a little confused at first, like who Mr. Clements was. I was like, who's Mr. Clements? And I was like, oh, I remember the name. At first, I was like, wait a minute. Did Noise actually say something bad in this chat? And I was like, oh no, he didn't. No, he's just trolling me. Okay. Yeah, I do. I showcase you guys to my friends sometimes. You guys are a very good insight into what I don't know, the younger generations like are thinking and doing, which is cool because I think it's important to like stay connected to that. Otherwise, you become these like okay boomer type things where generations don't understand each other, and that leads to a lot of problems. I mean, we see it today with, all the laws they're making. Most of the people making these laws don't even understand the laws they don't even understand what the laws are about. It's like trying to make, these laws about social media and stuff. These people are all like hitting like 80 years old. Like they don't know how social media works. I think there was a very interesting, what was it? It was, it was percentage of Congress over 80 versus time. Yeah, this is it. This is like a scary statistic, honestly. Which, may be partially due to the fact that people are living longer, but look at this massive spike. Percentage of Congress is over the age of 70 has just been like careening. It's like from 5% up to almost 25%, like 5 times. Like what? I'm curious what happened here. I'm curious why like less old people started going into Congress from like 1960 to 1980. Probably because maybe this is like the baby boomers like becoming more involved in Congress. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, there's some very dumb Congress. Yeah, no, for sure. But this is like, I mean, this, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this because on one hand, I do believe that people should never retire. I believe that you should always like try to stay useful and work. However, if that job is affecting the lives of millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people, and you're not the best at your job because you're old, then like maybe you should stop, or make some room for people with fresher minds to do things. There's something to be said for like having age and having wisdom, but then also I don't know. I see some of these people in Congress, and I confused whether they're lucid or whether they have like Alzheimer's, or if they even like grasp like what the topics are. And also like why do you get to make decisions for people who have another 50 years on this earth when you're piecing out in like the next 5 or 10? If you're piecing out in the next 5 or 10, do you think you'd probably make some decisions that are more for like your own benefit than like people who are going to have to live through it for the next 50 years? Exactly. Yeah. These guys have lived a little. Again, yeah, the experience I'm cool with up to a point, right? I think maybe by like 70, 75, maybe this is where like the experience versus like mental acuity starts to probably cross, I think. I don't know. They say term limits, but no one's going to ever enact term limits because that would require Congress to vote themselves out of a job, and they're not going to do it. You need someone, you need a president to do it, is what you need. And I don't know. Boomers and Zoomers, boomers and Zoomers. Those are the two ends of the spectrum. Boomers are like, I think the last one's alive right now. Zoomers are like the earliest ones alive. I'm not a boomer, no. Shaq, I'm not a boomer, dog. I'm a millennial.
Nah.
Yeah, dog.
You're a fucking boomer, bro.
I'm a millennial, dog. I guess you chill. I'm not a boomer. Boomer is like my dad.
You were part of that 25%, bro.
Oh man. You're too funny, Shaq, dude. How'd your Fortnite tournament go over the week? Oh wait, you said you couldn't play because you were right?
Yeah, but I'm like, I just realized I'm a Diamond Plus player.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope.
Like Rocket League, I'm Diamond. Call of Duty, I don't play that no more. But
Yeah,
last
Call of Duty's
time I
ass,
played
honestly.
like Warzone 1, I was like Diamond ranked because of my KD.
Oh, they do have
Fortnite,
Warzone ranked. They do have, or they had it last season.
Fortnite, I just hit Elite, which is above Diamond. Apex, I don't remember what it was, but it was really high. So I'm gonna just say I was Diamond in Apex too.
You're double Diamond, dude.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm really like the best player in the world.
You are the best, dude. That's great. Yes. Thanks, Noise. Yeah, this is a Hypatia level question. I need Hypatia to help answer this one. Maybe tag Hypatia and be like, yo, Hypatia, can you help with this one? I would love to help you with this one, Noise, but I don't understand a lot of these words. Prove that coordinate, like, what's a coordinate ring? First off, I don't know that. Isomorphic to the direct sum, I guess this is adding two things, of two copies of K. Yeah, there are a lot of cool words here that, like, yeah. Let's see if Hypatia shows up. If he doesn't, and we still have time, I will show you my attempt at solving this, which will involve going on to like Wikipedia and like trying to find out what these things are. But yeah, we'll do it. All right, let's see. We got a lot of questions here. Wow, very cool. Okay. What are the masses of each box? Okay, that's cool. Here, Ethan, let me do teacups real quick because teacup hasn't asked a question in a while, and like. I appreciate your question, Ethan. We're gonna do it. I foresee it maybe taking a little bit of time, and so I want to do it towards the end. Let me get like the fast questions out of the way real quick. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, it has an elliptical cross section of that is located between that and that. What is the volume? Document your work. Okay, what's up, Teacup? You here? Teacup. Teacup. Okay, here. Do I need to ping him? Ping you, Teacup. There you go. Other persons we have questions with. DeMarcus. This is a Oh, I like this. This is a probability question. These ones are pretty easy to do as well. We can do this. This isn't gonna be too bad. And then the cuber. Cool.
Okay.
What's up, Ethan?
So I'm gonna have to wait until the end for my own question.
Not the very end. No, just let me see if let me see if any of the other people are here so I can, because these are fast questions. I can go through these very fast. And if they're here, we'll go through them. If they're not here, I'll go straight to yours. But yours is a very good question, Ethan, but it's going to take me like 30 minutes to explain it. So I want to make sure everyone else like that hasn't really asked a question in the last couple days gets theirs done real quick, and then we'll get to yours. Let me see. Don't worry. I like your questions, Ethan. They're good. Like, they're the best. But they take time. Let's see. What's up? Is the Cuber here, and then is Jamarcus here? Where are these people? What's up, Ethan?
Do you think I can help the Cuber with this question since I know how to do this?
Yes, you can. Yeah. If yeah. Let's see if the Cuber shows up. Where's the Cuber? Cuber just redeemed tier 1 and tier 2, which is pretty dope. I thought Jamarcus was better than this. How dare he ask a probability question? It seems I have thought of nothing. Yeah, let's see. See if they show up. Let's see. Where'd all my people go? Right here. Okay. You know, Ethan, it's your lucky day because no one's here right now. They asked all these questions, but they're not here. So we're gonna do yours. Okay, Ethan. Cool. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here. That's the most important thing. You know, showing up is one of the most important.
Yeah, lucky me. I actually, and also, did you like the game I played with Black Rock?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a good game. I saw you got 2 queens in the end. That was pretty dope.
Yes, and I just delivered a fatal blow.
Yeah, I saw that. That was dope. All right, let's see. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Okay, so we have a bunch of blocks here, Ethan, right? Okay. And they're being pulled by a force here, right? And we're trying to find the mass of each block, okay? So anytime we see, for instance, forces and masses, what equation do you think we're going to use? What's an equation that relates force and mass?
Okay, so what I think of is F equals ma.
Good, yeah, F equals ma. Or like, we like to say F net is equal to ma, okay? So net means like the net force, okay?
The normal force or something, maybe?
No. It means net means like adding up all the forces in a certain direction. So if you got like some forces pulling to the right, some forces pulling to the left, the net would be like the right versus the left. That's what like net means.
Okay.
Noise says string theory. Yeah, this is kind of, there are some strings, there's some ropes involved. Okay. All right, the first thing we want to do here, Ethan, whenever I see something with a bunch of boxes and forces, is we're going to want to draw what's called force diagrams, okay? So this is going to be mass 1.
Force diagram?
Uh-huh. I'm going to draw a diagram of like what the forces are for each object, okay?
Okay. Wait, these should be like mass 1, mass 2, mass 3.
Correct. Yeah, I'm just copying and pasting. Got it. Good. All right, awesome. Okay. Let's look, for instance, at mass 1, okay? So I want to write down what like all the forces are on mass 1, okay? So what forces do you think are, or what forces do you know? What forces do you know are acting on this box? This box is just chilling here on the conveyor belt.
Well, for what I think is that the force is like, I think it's just equal because the box is in one place.
No, the box is moving. Do you see it says the group of boxes accelerates at this speed?
Okay.
My M's are very pretty, thank you.
And it's going to the right.
And it's going to the right. Yes, exactly. Good. So notice how block 1 here, right? Block 1 is connected to block 2 here by a rope. Okay.
Same goes for box 2 and 3.
And there is one between box 2 and 3. There's a rope between box 2 and 3. Exactly. Yeah. So if we consider this block here, like block 1 here, and it's being pulled to the right, what is causing this thing to be pulled to the right? Like what thing? What thing do you think is causing it to be pulled to the right?
Isn't it that little conveyor belt thing or something?
Well, it's rolling on the conveyor belt, but it's not actually the conveyor belt isn't moving it. No. So what force is causing it to move to the right?
Don't tell me it's gravity again.
Not gravity. No, it's okay. It's not gravity. Not gravity.
Oh, wait, I think I know what it is. Is it the normal force?
The normal force points up and down. That's correct. Okay.
Okay, well I give up
So
already.
no,
Like,
you're
what
good.
is
You're
it-
good. You're good. So there is a normal force pointing up, right? Because that's from the ground. What other force is acting on this block?
Isn't it the force with box 2?
Good. Yes. The rope, right? The rope between 2 and 1 is what pulls it to the right. What's up, Tico? Do you see how this is like pulling it to the right? Okay. This is what we're gonna call as F12. All right. Can't join in Discord. What happened? What happened on Discord? And then also, Ethan, any object on Earth also has this force. What do we know? What force? Any force on Earth feels.
It should definitely be gravity, right?
Yes, force of gravity. Yeah, very good. Okay, cool. Okay. Since we don't really care about what's happening to this block going up and down, right? We only care about it going left, right. These forces do exist, but I don't really need to like worry about them. Okay. So, I mean, if your teacher asks you to draw a force diagram, technically you would need to draw the normal force and the force of gravity, but we don't really need to deal with it because in our equations here, because we're just worried about this thing moving to the left and right. If there was friction involved, yes, I would need to worry about the normal force, but there's also no friction. Yeah, it says it's frictionless. Yeah, that's why we're okay. We'll get friction's a whole other topic, Ethan. We'll get it to some point. Okay.
Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm just focused on so many things.
It's okay. Okay, so don't worry about these forces right now. Let's just worry about left-right forces. So you're right. Mass 1 is gonna feel the rope, the tension in the rope pulling it to the right. Okay. All right, let's look at mass 2. What forces does mass 2 feel?
So basically, I think it's like the up-down one, right?
Yeah, don't worry about the up-down ones, because again, we're just caring about stuff to the left and to the right.
Yeah, so it's like in between, like both left and right, right?
Good. Yes. So you have the tension right in this rope, which is pulling it to the right. Okay. This is F23, but you also have the tension in this rope pulling it back to the left, and that's F12. This is an important thing in physics. This is Newton's third law, right? Which says that like every force has an equal and opposite force. Okay.
I don't
So,
get that. Every
it's okay.
force is an equal opposite force.
Okay, so let's say we have a rope connecting these two things, right? Okay. If this thing is being pulled to the right, the rope, right, pulls block 1 to the right. Okay? The tension in the rope. Like how tight the rope is, right? But
Okay.
by the same property, mass 2 here is getting kind of slowed down by mass 1, right? And that's because the tension in the rope is pulling mass 2 back a bit. Happening.
Okay.
So this rope here has forces going in both directions. It just depends what end of the rope you're on. Like, think about this, Ethan. If you have a rope, right, and you're pulling someone, do you feel like the rope is, like, kind of dragging you? You're like, oh, man, this is, like, heavy, right? It's, like, pulling back. Like something you have to fight.
See, the thing is that imagine you're trying to save someone with the rope. Then
Yes.
I think it's because they're heavier on since they're flying or they're on the air.
Okay.
Gravity's like trying to push it down.
Good. Yes. Yeah. No. This is a good point. Yeah. So Ethan, if yeah, let's say someone's like, oh no, like help me, like I'm falling, right? Okay. And then someone else here is like, hey man, I got you, like like this, right? And there's a rope, right? So this person here, Ethan, right? They feel the force of gravity pulling them down. but they also feel the force of the rope trying to pull them back up, right?
Yes. And what about the person that's trying to save them?
The
Like,
person
don't
that's
they
trying to
feel
save them,
something?
yes, they feel the force of the rope pulling them this way, right?
Uh-huh.
Does it make sense? And so, hopefully, what keeps this person from, like, falling off is that there's, like, maybe the force of friction, is what we would say. You know,
Okay.
maybe this is, like some really, like, rough, like, I don't know, concrete or something. You know? So, like, they don't slip, right? Yeah. But that's good. This is an important concept. So what you're showing is that, like, the force in the rope is the same for each person, but it pulls in a different direction. For the person that's falling, they feel the force of the rope trying to pull them up, which is, you know, good, because they're not going to die. But the person up here who's trying to save the person, they feel the rope trying to pull them, like, down with them. So, but it's the same amount of force. And that's the important thing about, like, tension in a rope. It's the same. It just it pulls in different directions on each end. Okay?
Okay.
So think about, like, with this one. Say this was, like, the person falling, right? And then this was, like, the person on the top, okay? You see how, for the person falling, right, the tension in the rope pulls them to the right, okay? And whereas for the person on top, right, M2 here, that same tension pulls them in the opposite direction to the left.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's what we mean by equal and opposite forces. And then, you know, mass 2 is also being dragged now by mass 1. Mass 3, sorry. So mass 3 has tension in the rope pulling this one to the right. That's why this has
So
F23 pulling to the right.
Because, you know, it's like when like, think about it, like, two different people on different sides are actually trying to pull one person. It's
Yes.
like it's focused on both the left
Yeah.
and the right, to the point where it's like they're tearing the person apart.
Yeah, no, imagine there was another person down here, right? Who's like, hey, man, can I get a ride? Like, right?
Yeah,
This
there's
person,
another, and then
this person
then
would also
another
feel the
one.
force of gravity. It would, let's say it would feel the force of the blue rope. And this person would also feel another force of the blue rope pulling them down. So now this person's really getting, like, pulled apart, right? Because they have the force of the pink rope. Here, let's call this the pink rope. The pink rope is trying to, like, pull them up. But now the blue rope, because he's trying to pull up the other guy, is trying to pull this guy down. So, yes, you're exactly correct. Like, this person's getting, like, split apart, which is, like, bad. And that's what's happening here. That's what the same thing is happening here, right? This one is being dragged back by this one, but it's also being pulled forward by this one. Yeah?
Okay.
All right, let's look at the third mass. What forces are on the third mass? What do we know about this rope thing, right?
Well, to know the most obvious, there's one on the
Very good. There's one on the left side, right? Yes.
there's one pulling it on the left.
Yeah, the same force pulling on the left, okay.
Hello?
And additionally, they say that there's some person here who's pulling on the rope to the right. And this is what we call, like, this is the F pull. That's, like, the person who's actually, like, pulling. Okay. All right. So, the next step here, Ethan.
About to go?
Yeah. What's up? Can you hear
So
me?
I might have a little internet problem.
Oh, it's okay. So we have our force diagrams, right, for each mass, Ethan, right?
Yes, we do.
So now I'm going to use this equation for each one to try to see if I can solve for, like, the masses of them, okay? So if we look at this block, right, and I want to know the net force. Net force is, like, adding up all the forces. How many forces are there on block one here?
Just one, right?
Just one, right? Yeah, very good. So when I write F net, right, this is just going to be F12 is equal to m1 times a1, right? And this number here is referring to which block, right? This is the mass of the first block and the acceleration of the first block. Okay? What about adding up the forces for this one? What's that going to be?
The second one, it's 2, since there's 2 of them. Since the 2 boxes are like in between.
Good. Okay, so how am I going to write that as F net? Let's remember that F net is this, which means This is like the sum of the forces. What's up, Banana?
So I think it's like, it's kind of confusing. Like, I think you have to add the forces like F12 and F23, where it's like
Yes.
F25.
No, close. So I'm going to do F23 plus F12, but what do I know about F12? What direction is F12 pointing in?
The left.
To the left. So I'm going to make this negative, okay? So this is going to be F23 minus F12. Okay? And then this equals M2A.
Okay.
Does that make sense? The F net is adding up the forces. This is like adding them up. And
Not really.
okay, well, we're adding the forces, right? I need to add this one and this one up. But this one is negative because it points to the left.
Okay, but why can't we also add the left? Is it like gonna be a little confusing?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean add this one as well?
Yeah, because it's like no, I mean like on F2, like F12 and F13 or 23.
Yeah, we're adding them
That
up.
one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah, you see how we're doing this one plus this one? But this one
Yeah.
points to the left, so it's negative. Really, it's like plus negative.
Alright.
Okay? And you know plus negative is a minus sign.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and that's equal to M2A2, is what we say. Mass times acceleration for the second block. Okay, how do I do this one? I know you can do this one. How do we do this one now?
Well, for starters, we already know that there's one on the right and the left, like
Good.
with math.
Good.
And so if I'm looking at this correctly, then this should be, I think, F11.
Good. F pull is what we're calling it. It's okay. F pull.
All right, F4. I didn't see the.
It's
PU
okay. Yeah,
there.
it looks like an 11.
F pull minus F23 is equal to M3A3.
Dude, nice, dude. Yes. See, you're getting it. You're getting it, dude. Nice. Okay, perfect. Okay. Cool. All right.
I'm looking at that pattern. I'm recognizing it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you know, a lot of things in math, science, and whatnot, it's all pattern recognition. So if you can see like a pattern to it, you can that's how you can understand it. Because then when you see another question like this, you'll be like, oh, I know the trick to this. It's a pattern. Okay, so now we're gonna just plug in some numbers. Okay, so I know F12 is 1378, so I'm gonna say 1378 is equal to M1, and then A1. Now here's the thing. Do you see here how they say the group of boxes accelerates at 1.612?
Say that again. F16. Wait, what? Say that.
Do you see how it says the group of boxes accelerates at 1.612?
Yes, all 3 of them, right?
All 3 of them, yes. They're all connected by a rope, so that means actually all of the accelerations here, Ethan, are going to be the same. Because they're all connected to each other. Like, these things move together as almost like one, like, really big box. Okay?
Yeah, I see that.
So, for acceleration 1 here, I'm going to put in the 1.612. Because that's the acceleration it said, right? Okay?
All right.
Okay. And so you can see here, we can now, well, here, let's keep doing these other ones, right? So F23, that's 2257, and F12 was 1378. That's also equal to M2 times 1.612. And then this one, the pulling force is this. It's 3555 minus 2257, and that is equal to M3 times 1.612. Okay?
Okay, and also what about the other one? Like F23 is equal to 2,257. Where?
Yeah,
What about those?
That's what we did here. Do you see how we did that?
Alright, so you plug in everything, right?
Yeah, we just plugged in everything. Because now, Ethan, right, the question's asking, you know, what is the mass of each block? And look at this. We can solve for that, because that's just right here. That stuff's easy. Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because, like, how would I solve for mass 1 here? What do I need to do?
Well, for mass one, I think you gotta get m by itself, right?
Yeah, good.
So you divide 1.612 on both sides.
Good, exactly, yeah. So I'm going to do that, and that gets me 854.8. kilograms. Okay. What about this one?
Well, I think you want to subtract the numbers first.
Good. Subtract them first. That gets us 879. And then what do we do?
And then you divide by that same number. Hold on.
Yeah, easy.
You divide.
You got it.
You divide 1.612 and then divide it with whatever the number is. Subtracting those two.
Yes, good. And that gets us 545.3. And then you do the same thing here. This is, you know how to do this. It's all good. 3
Yeah.
555. Now this is where once you the hardest thing here, Ethan, was setting up the force diagrams, honestly. But like once you have that done, it's all just like you're just running on autopilot, right? And this is 805.2.
All right.
And there you go, dude. That is it. You got the question. That's all the masses. You're good.
Alright. That was kind of easy.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, no, you learn, the important thing that I really wanted you to learn here is how to draw these force diagrams. And then once you have them, it's knowing how to write these equations. And then after this is all cake. This is super easy for you. You know how to do all the math after this. It's very easy math. But
All right.
but yeah, you'll get more practice with this. Good job, Ethan. That's a very good question.
Honestly, it was kind of lucky that every single, like, all the 4 people or 3 didn't even attend it.
Yeah. Well, we got yours. It was good. Cuber is here though. Cuber's here. Here's here. Let's get Cuber up. Cuber, you wanna come learn about some triangles? Learn about some triangles, Cuber. What's up, Cuber?
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, Cuber recently got tier 1 and tier 2 in the server. Congrats. What'd you say you were gonna buy with it? You're gonna buy FIFA points or something?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think Rand plays a lot of FIFA. Rand loves FIFA. That's cool. Sick. Nice. I get that's why I do this is, to encourage you guys to, you've been doing a lot with the questions and inviting people and all sorts of stuff, and I appreciate that. And now as a reward, you get to like do some more fun stuff with video games, which is kind of, it's a good cycle, I guess.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so this is a triangle, Cuber. This is a specific type of triangle. Do you know what the special name for this triangle is?
No. It's been
Okay.
a while. I forgot.
It's okay. So this is what's called a right triangle, okay? And the reason why it's called a right triangle is because it has this thing right here. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, 90-degree angle.
It's a 90-degree angle. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, this is a 90-degree angle, which we also call a right angle, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yes, Ethan. What's up? Yeah, you can try helping him here. Yeah. No, Tika, we'll do your question. Just give me a second. Okay, this is a right angle. So Ethan, what can you tell Cuber about right triangles? What's special about them? Wait, I can't say it again. Sorry, I can't hear you. Say it again. Your mic is like really bad. I don't know what happened.
Right, I really don't know what's happening.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right, dog. It's okay. Maybe it's your internet going bad. It's okay. But
Oh god. I know. I can still hear you.
oh yeah, but I can't hear you, Ethan, is the problem. I can like barely hear you is the problem. It's okay. It's okay, Ethan. It's all right. Don't worry. But yeah, I think what Ethan was saying is that so when we have like right angles and stuff, there's a special rule you can use, which is or a theorem. It starts with a P. Do you have any guesses what it is, Cuber? It starts with a P.
No.
Okay. What about PYT? Getting closer? I know PYT
No.
stands for like pretty young thing or something. You were such a PYT. It's an old song. But all right, the Pythagorean theorem. I know you've heard of this word before, Cuber. I know you have.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of this word? Okay. That's cool. We're going to learn something new today then. That's all right. Okay. The Pythagorean theorem says, Cuber, that if I have a right triangle, okay, that there are going to be 3 sides on it, okay? One side will be A, one side will be B, and the other side will be C. The important thing, it doesn't really matter which one here you label A and B, but it's very important that you label the correct one for C. Do you know what this part of the triangle is called? It's the longest side of a triangle.
The slope, or
Kind of close. It
don't
is kind of the slope one, right? Yeah, because these make like these are perpendicular with each other. And this is kind of diagonal. This is called the hypotenuse. I can't, Ethan. It's very muffled, Ethan. It's muffled. I can't. It's like it sounds like you're like underwater. Okay, this is the hypotenuse, Cuber. Okay, it's very important because this is the longest side.
okay.
Okay, so anytime you see it, because they could draw the triangle like this. Let's say they drew the triangle like this. Okay, let me call this side 1, 2, 3. Which side's the hypotenuse?
The 1.
Good, very good. Yes, the 1. The other way you can know the hypotenuse here, Cuber, is that the hypotenuse will always be opposite of the 90-degree angle. Okay, it's always opposite, right? If this is the 90-degree angle, this is also going to be here. This is the opposite of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you have that, okay, the equation that you're allowed to use is that the sum of the squares of these sides is equal to the square of this side. And I know that sounds like a lot of like fancy math language stuff. I know, but what we mean by sum of the squares is that this is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. This is what's called like a sum, right? You know, adding 2 things together is like getting the sum, right?
Yeah.
And then what does it mean to square something? What does it mean when I square something?
You times it by itself.
Times it by itself. Okay. Do you know how to represent that as an exponent? Like if I do a times a, how do I write that as like a with like some exponent?
A2.
A2. Good. Yes. This is also what we call Cuber. They call this a squared. Okay. So yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's why this is the sum of squares, and then we say is equal to the hypotenuse squared. Okay? So,
Okay.
if I want to use this equation, how do you think I can apply that to this triangle?
Well,
What-
you add the 6 times 6 plus the 8 times 8.
Very good. Yes. Yeah, so in this case, we're going to call this thing A. We're going to call this thing B, right? So I'm going to do this times itself, right? 6 squared. And I'm going to add it to the 8 squared, okay? What is 6 squared?
36.
Good. Very good, dude. Nice, dude. Okay. 8 squared?
64.
Nice. Okay. So we're going to add those up. 36 and 64. Do you know what that is? It's kind of a hard one sometimes to do in your head. 36 and
100.
64. It's 100. Nice.
That's 100.
That's dope.
100. Good. That's 100. Okay. Now, what do we know about that 100 in relation to like this other side x, which we're trying to figure out? Remember from this, right?
I'm not sure.
So remember from this equation, right, Cuber, right? This squared and this squared added together, what did they equal?
Oh, wait. They equal to C.
C squared. C squared, right? See this. Okay. So what is this? This is our C, right? So what can I write here instead?
Yeah. C squared. Oh, no, C.
Good. No, C squared, it's okay. Yeah, so this is like C, right? So this squared plus this squared, right? We know equals this squared, right? A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared.
Yeah.
But C is also X, right? So I can say that this squared plus this squared is equal to X squared. Because at the end of the day, what we're trying to figure out, Cubers, we're trying to figure out what X is, right? You know, they're always like, find X.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're always saying. You know, have you seen that one meme, dude, where it's the find X meme? I'm sure you've seen it. Find X. Yeah, I love this. I love this. These memes. Where is it? Yeah.
No,
Or someone's
I
like-
haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that where it's like find X. It's like your question here, right? And then the student will just highlight it and be like, "Oh, I found it." It's like, no, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not quite right. Joke. Yeah. So that's the main thing here, right? We did you knew to do this squared plus this squared, okay? But that is all equal to what X is squared, okay? So now that I've done this math, right?
Yeah.
I did this squared, I did this squared, I added them up, I got 100. I know this is all equal to X squared. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I want to find X, okay, I know that X squared is equal to 100. How do I figure out what X is?
You find the square root of
100, right? Yeah, good. Yeah. Square root both sides. Good.
Nice.
Okay. So when I square root a square thing, this is just going to become X. And what does the square root of 100 become?
10.
Nice. Good job, dude.
Nice.
Yes, dude. That's how you do it, right? And that's how you know that this side is now 10. Okay?
All right.
Pretty cool theorem. Yeah. So one last little bit nugget of knowledge I'm going to leave you with is that there are things called Pythagorean triples. This is kind of like cheat codes, you know, so that you don't have to keep doing, so you don't have to do all this next time, okay? And because a lot of your math teachers are gonna do this, because your math teachers want to make things easy for them to grade and whatnot. So they're gonna use what are called like Pythagorean triples because they're nice numbers that always work out. And the ones you want to know is 3, 4, 5, and 5, 12, 13. Just trust me, this will help you out a lot more if you just know these. You know, they're like triplets, right? See how there's like 3 numbers and 3 numbers? Okay. These describe what the sides of a right triangle can be. So for instance, if you have a triangle, a right triangle, that has a side of 3 and a side of